Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Thank you for finding us. If you want to give us a sub and a thumbs up, only if you like the content, obviously. If you don't like the content, don't feel any pressure to subscribe. But if you do watch this channel, or if you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, it would be a huge help if you do subscribe. And then a huge shout out to our patrons who do so much to help this channel run. Thank you so much for that. You can sign up for $2 a month, $5 a month, any other amount that fits your budget. I do exclusive reviews, early release videos, wicked early release videos, and other kinds of stuff like that in there. So you can go over and check that out and see what you think about it. I'm going to just talk kind of briefly here about a new type of content I'm going to do. I was originally going to make this video as the intro to the first video in this new series I'm doing, but I thought that this video might be too long to include as an intro. Like the material I'm going to talk about here, I thought this is too long to have it like tacked onto a beginning of the video. No one will want to watch the video. So I'm going to do it as its own thing. So I'm going to start a new type of content that will be called Cheat Day. And what I'm going to do with this video is talk about non-Hong Kong cinema. And it's not going to be like once a week. It's like I'm going to kind of feel it out and see how people react to it and how I feel about doing it. I put up a poll on YouTube, and the reason I did this is that there have been so many releases recently of non-Hong Kong films that people who watch this channel have been really interested in and have asked me my opinion on. So I said, should I from time to time do videos on non-Hong Kong cinema, or do you want me to stick exclusively to Hong Kong cinema? And it was like 78 or 75% said yes, do other stuff, and then the 20 or 22 or 25% or whatever said no, just do Hong Kong cinema. I kind of agree more with the people who said no. I know this is bad, but like, I mean, it's not an accident that this channel is called Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. I called it that on purpose because I wanted to pick a very specific, very clear area of focus. I didn't want to dilute what I was doing at all. I wanted to focus on one thing and really explore that and promote that and talk about it, rather than having a channel that was more just like any kind of whatever that was flying through my brain at the time. So think about it like this, right? This is what I was thinking about the other day. If I had a channel called French Cinema Appreciation Society and I reviewed a bunch of Italian movies, that would be weird, right? So if I have a channel called Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society, I think it would be weird if I reviewed like a ton of Korean movies or a ton of Japanese movies. But that being said, I still do want to talk about those movies in some way for a couple reasons. One, because a lot of people have asked me to. Obviously, that option won the poll by a large margin, so people are interested in that stuff. And two, honestly, part of it is for personal interest, because I'm kind of having a little bit of burnout anxiety, maybe is a better word for it, with Hong Kong cinema. There are so many releases coming right now. And on top of that, I'm like really busy at work, and I'm really busy with a creative project that I'm working on. Now, if you don't follow this channel, if you're new to the channel, maybe you missed me talking about this. I have a novel coming out next year, and I'm in the editorial process right now, which means I'm rewriting the book, basically. So I'm working a full-time job, I'm rewriting the book, I have kids, and I'm running this channel, and I'm getting so many releases that I could literally do this as a full-time job. And it's like making me kind of anxious, and I really want to put as much effort as possible into the Hong Kong reviews. I want to do the bonus features. I want to read the booklets. I want to talk about the artwork. I want to do everything, right? And those videos take a long freaking time. And I'm burning out on doing all that work. And also, I'm like having like a little bit of stress / anxiety about how to manage all these releases. So I thought, let me just watch like 2 or 3 non-Hong Kong movies. Don't worry about the 50,000 hours of bonus material. Like, just talk about the movie, focus on the movie, and do a couple movies per video. So what I'm going to do with this cheat day segment is I'm going to do 2 videos over like the next 2 or 3 weeks. One is going to be on the upcoming Eureka Japanese releases that are coming out in June of 2023, so this month. And then the other one is going to be on a couple other things that I got recently that I have talked about on the channel, which are the 2 Radiance films, Yakuza films, so Big Time Gambling Boss and Yakuza Graveyards. And then in that video, I'm also going to do the South Korean kaiju movie that I got. That sounds fucking amazing, that a lot of people have said, like, you have to cover that. I want to hear about it. Space Monster Wong Wami, I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So I'm going to do one video where I cover those 2 Eureka releases. And I'm going to do one video where I cover those other 3 releases that I talked about. And I'll space those out over a couple weeks. And I'm not going to like immediately record a follow-up, right? I'm not going to be like, oh, a week later, here's another episode of this. And I'm shifting the whole channel's focus towards this other thing. I'm gonna let those play out, see how people react to them, see what people think about them, see how I feel about making them, and then make further decisions down the line about this content type. But I wanted to make an announcement video just so people understand what's coming, so I can explain my rationale. And so again, this video is like 5 minutes at this point. I didn't want to stick like a 5 minute long intro onto my first episode of this new segment because who wants to watch that? So the segment will be called Cheat Day. I will be covering non-Hong Kong cinema. I will stick probably more to like Japanese stuff. If you know me, if you know the channel, I lived in Japan. I studied Japanese movies when I was in college, and my degree was in art history with a minor in Japanese. So I studied Japanese art, cinema, like photography, like all kinds of stuff. And I lived in Japan for a year, and I studied at Sophia University, which is also called Joji Daigaku. So I love Japanese movies, and I almost started a Japanese movie channel instead of the Hong Kong cinema channel. So I am interested in covering those films, but again, I don't want to diversify the content on the channel across the board. I want 99% of the focus to maintain or remain rather Hong Kong cinema because that's why I started this channel. But I am interested in doing other stuff. So this is my long-winded explanation of what's going to happen with that moving forward. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. Let me know what you had for breakfast this morning, and let me know what your favorite sci-fi movie sequel is. My name is Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.